Okay, that's quite enough of that. All right, let's get started. We're about to integrate a function. The integral of x plus 5 over x squared plus x minus 2 dx. Okay, go ahead and get started. You have no idea how to do this. Okay, well, we need to use the technique that you learned in math analysis, partial fraction decomposition. So the name of the game here is we have to break up this big, long polynomial into bite-sized chunks. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to say, let x plus 5 over x squared plus x minus 2 equal a over, wait, hold on. We got to factor that polynomial first before we do that. So cut, take 2. So x squared plus x minus 2, we're going to factor that. So what multiplies to get negative 2 that adds to get a 1, and that will be an x plus 2 times an x minus 1. Okay, so now what we do is we say x plus 5 over x squared plus x minus 2 equals x plus 5 over x plus 2, x plus 1. And now we're going to let that equal a over x plus 2 plus b over x plus 1, x minus 1. Okay, so this may start to look familiar to you. So we've got to find out what a and b are. So what we do is we say, okay, if I need common denominators of these two fractions, then what are they going to be? Well, x plus 2 times x minus 1. So I'm going to make the common denominators. Now, if my common denominator is x plus 2 times x minus 1, then the top of the first fraction has to be multiplied by x minus 1. And the top of the second fraction has to be multiplied by x plus 2. Okay, so what that means is that a times x plus 1 plus b times x plus a times x minus 1 plus b times x plus 2 has to equal x plus 5. Okay, so let's just write that. A times x minus 1 plus b times x plus 2 equals x plus 5. Because basically we have the same denominator, and so if we're going to find out what a and b equal, then we have to find out, set the numerators equal. Okay, now there are two ways of doing this. One way is we solve for a without b. Well, how do we get rid of b? We let x equal negative 2, and b will drop out. So, let's do that. Let x equal negative 2, and then what will we have? We have negative 2 minus 1 is negative 3a plus 0b equals negative 2 plus 5. So that means negative 3a equals 3, and that means a equals negative 1. Okay, now we need to find b, so we do the same thing, get rid of a. How do you get rid of a? You let x equal 1. And that means we'll have no a plus 3b equal 1 plus 5 is 6. So 3b equals 6 means b equals 2. Okay, so what that means is this whole integral is going to reduce to a over x plus 2. So that's negative 1 over x plus 2. And then plus b over x minus 1. All right, the reason we made these into two bite-sized chunks like this is now we can take the integral of each chunk. So we've got the integral of negative 1 over x plus 2. So the integral of 1 over x plus 2 is just natural log x plus 2. And we have the negative 1 parked outside. So we have negative natural log of x plus 2 plus 2 natural log of x minus 1 plus c. That's it. Game over. Okay, so